When you are traumatized, the heart closes down. When you go through trauma, when you go through difficult things like that, the heart chakra actually closes down. Now, whether you believe in chakras or not, it doesn't really matter. You will have gone through the experience of feeling pain in your heart. We've all experienced pain in our heart at times. And that pain isn't because something's physically wrong with the heart, it's an energetic, emotional contraction in this area of the body. Now, for somebody who's been through trauma, this heart, it closes down. We close down our heart to try and protect ourselves energetically. Because if the heart's closed, stuff can't get in. If the heart's closed, we're on edge, we're wary, we're protecting ourselves. When the heart is really open, we, as a being, are naturally open. We're in a less protective state. We're not protecting ourselves. We're not looking out for danger. We're open, expansive, in the same way that somebody might be when they're walking down the beach on holiday on a sunny day. There's an openness there. And they might feel joy moving through their heart. Now, a young child, so long as they haven't been badly abused or treated really unfairly, then they are naturally moving through the world with an open, spacious heart. And so you see this joy flowing through their eyes. You see a smile on their face. They're giggling, they're playful, they love life without even needing to say they love life. They are just in this deep meaning of life. Life is good. Now, for somebody who's been traumatized, the heart, in order to protect us, in order to keep us safe, it closes and shuts down. Energetically, this center of the body closes and shuts down. So, what can we do about this? And why is this important to know? And why is this important to pay attention to as somebody who has experienced trauma? Well, to know that the heart energetically closes down when we go through trauma, and to actually locate that closing, that energy of holding, which I'm demonstrating now with this posture. If you can feel that within your own system, you have the opportunity to bring a curious softness, a curious attention, and a curious, I would just say, attention and awareness to that area of the body. Now, there's something really, really magical about this area of the body if you've experienced trauma, because this is where it's all being held in. If you just locate this holding and you place your attention in it, and you just open a tiny little bit in this area, energetically you just open the heart just a bit. It doesn't need to be wide open. You don't need to be open like a child. You just need to open it and soften it a tiny bit more than it is now. Then that opening and softening of the heart puts you in touch, even if it's just a little bit, with the peace and joy of being. So feel into this area of your body. Now, if the heart is tight like this, there might be thoughts going. You might be lying in bed thinking, my life is awful, I'm going to kill myself, whatever it is, whatever the story is in the mind. And you feel into that area of your body. And you just open it. You just open your heart a little bit. Energetically, you soften there. And you can do this. You can intuitively move into that area and just let go of a little bit of the holding. Now, if I was to tell you to completely let go of that area of the body and open into expansiveness, that wouldn't work. Trauma lets go bit by bit in layers. The holding may have been holding on for many years. It may have been holding on for decades. And so you don't want to let go of it all at once, and it won't probably let go all at once. And you don't need it to let go all at once. You just need it to open a tiny bit. And even that movement I did with my hand was too much. You just need to open it like that. See? And if you open your heart like this, remember it's here, then you may feel something soften inside. And then that might give you the opportunity to open, to soften just a little bit more. And then it might hold on again because it's scared. But you bring warmth to that area of your body. You bring warmth to that area of your chest. You bring awareness and attention to that area. And you just gently, subtly surround it. And gently, subtly open it. Now what this does, gently softening and opening the heart, is it puts you in touch with something within yourself, an aspect of yourself which is not the suffering which the trauma is creating. Because that hardness in the heart has been creating suffering in the mind probably for years and years and years. And that suffering in the mind, the fearful thoughts, the catastrophization, is coming from the energetic contraction in the heart. And it's so conditioned and it hasn't changed for so long that it's creating thoughts, creating thoughts, creating thoughts, creating thoughts. And so to just micro shift the heart with a little bit of softening, it puts you on a different track within your mind. In a certain sense, you could say it starts to rewire your brain. Because even if you just open your heart by a millimeter, or soften your heart by a millimeter, it will not be producing the same level of thought, the same frequency of thought that it was when it was completely contracted. So please, this is very, very simple. Don't overthink it. I know I've said a lot of words, but don't overthink it. It's a super simple practice, and any spiritual practice worth doing is completely simple. Some people overlook the most simple practices because they think that healing and spirituality needs to be complicated. High school was complicated. High school needed to be complicated. We learned maths, we learned physics, we learned geography, we learned all of these complicated things. And we got rewarded for that. We got good GCSEs, A-levels, whatever they have in the States or the rest of the world. And we get rewarded for it. So we get into spirituality and we think, if I learn loads, if this is really complicated and I'm becoming really smart and clever, I'm going to heal and I'm going to make it. But no, it needs to be simple. So let's bring it back to simplicity. If you're traumatized, there is a contraction in the heart, and I'm representing it with my fist. And all you need to do is surround it with warmth. Surround your heart with the warmth of your attention. And subtly soften it. Just a bit. And that's enough. That's all you need. Softening the heart just a bit. There is a relaxation within the mind. And you may find that your whole body subtly and gradually begins to open. And then the fear might come in and it begins to close. And then you subtly and gently open. And then you subtly and gently open. And then you may be here, sitting in your being. And then again, it may, and you just hopefully I've transmitted this very simple, very powerful practice to you. This has the potential to completely transform your emotional, psychological world, and it has the potential to awaken you to a much deeper sense of yourself and a much deeper sense of meaning in life. I love you, my friends. Give it a go. Peace be with you.